and welcome to the GSBC podcast, a podcast about business for business in the Greater Springfield region, proudly powered by the Greater Springfield Chamber of Commerce. I'm your host, Matt Taylor-Farrington from Purple Bunny Marketing, and today I'm joined by Donna and Oggy from Helping Support Minds. Welcome.
Thank you.
And Tash Murphy from Tash Maree Tours.
Hello.
Welcome. All right, so we're going to dive straight into it. First question, and first of all, actually, congratulations to both of you on your awards.
Likewise.
Thank you.
But question for both of you. So how did you feel as your business when you were announced as the winner for your respectful awards? So we'll start with you, Donna and Oggy.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think I'll answer this one, Matt. I think most would tell by the way I spoke on the night, not whether the word's shocked or astounded, but surprised. We're nominated for 2 other categories on the evening. Missed those, so we sat down and relaxed, and the mind wasn't really thinking about getting another award.
Just another drink.
So I was going to say, so you enjoyed another beverage.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but I guess we were deeply honoured and humbled that Neil, the president of the Greater Springfield Chamber of Commerce, thought we were worthy.
Yep.
That was just, it was humbling. It was an emotional, and I couldn't let Neil go because I just didn't know what to say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. And what about for yourself, Tash? How did you feel when you were announced as the winner of your award?
It was an emotional roller coaster. Yeah, likewise. I was just absolutely shocked. And then super excited that I'd won the award, and then just totally mortified that I had to get up on that stage and say a speech. I'm not even too sure what I said, but there might have been some colourful words in between there.
Yes.
But no, we were sitting next to Reese and his lovely wife, Natasha, and they knew all the winners, but they kept the secret pretty hidden.
Yes, we had Neil in the previous podcast, and Layla even kept it from him that he had won. So she did a good job at that one.
She did, yeah.
All right. Okay, so what does winning this award mean to you and your business as a whole? We'll start with you, Tash.
Yeah, it was like truly heartwarming and like really reassuring that you're on the right track. And for me, it was a time to reflect, just to see how awesome our team was, and we've got this great product. And, you know, as a small business owner, you don't often slow down and celebrate the small wins or appreciate even how far you've come. So for me, that was my little moment to say, you know, give myself a pat on the back and, you know, shout out to my team. I think they're awesome. And it was nice to sort of have that moment.
Yeah, agreed. I think in what we do as business owners, sometimes we don't stop and celebrate those little wins. And we actually have it as a value in our business that we actually stop and celebrate the little wins, no matter how small they are.
Yeah, so, definitely.
Yeah.
Love
and what about for you guys?
Well, I think for the year that led up to the Chamber Awards, we'd done a lot of work with particularly Layla and the Chamber about getting as many businesses as possible to come and join us and take on mental health first aid as in their workplace to get the support that it does provide. And for us, I suppose the culmination of that year of work, we managed to tap into 40, we were aiming for 50, and we managed to get 48 new businesses to take on mental health first aid. So it was a great achievement and a good join or linkage with the Chamber to then encourage those to come on board.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think, especially as we move into the times that we are, I think that mental health support is a vital piece now in business, and I think having that first aid training is very important.
100%.
Yeah. She stole my catch cry. She's been watching The Hop. All right, so... how do you think this recognition will impact your business moving forward, both in terms of growth and reputation within the Greater Springfield? We'll start with you guys, Donna and Oggy.
Yeah. So, where do I start? Because there's so many opportunities now. It's allowed us to open the door for people to see what mental health first aid training is.
Yes.
It allows them to give them a better understanding. The more people we train in mental health first aid training, the better it is for your workplace.
Yes.
So not only for your workplace, but also for everyday living, your friends, your family, and people that you cross in the streets. The award has meant so much. It's opened a little bit more doors and it's helped break down some barriers as well.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, what do you think? Yeah.
Well, I was just going to say we've already had through that training that we did initially, as I said, with Layla and the Chamber, we've already had a couple of follow-ups through some of those businesses to have more of their people within those businesses trained. So there's already that small tap-on effect now already with them realising the value of what one or two of their members took on to now having more of their people trained because in a lot of cases they're diversified across a number of different areas within the Springfield area. Having two people at one venue, they need people at each venue.
Yes.
So
That's right.
Yeah, agreed. And what about for yourself, Tash?
Yeah, so in terms of growth for us, you know, we're a small business. We've got a small tour bus. We get small group tours come on board and we're best friends by the end of the day. So for us, we don't want to grow in size and get a big charter bus and lose that personal touch because I think that's what customers really love about our tours is that we are small and, you know, we do have all those little personal touches and we're able to be best friends with everybody.
Yes.
But, you know, we've been running for 11 years and all of our customers are from Brisbane and we're based right here in Springfield. So winning the award was amazing because it showed all of our locals who we are and what we do. So we want to get more Springfieldians on board our bus and show them a good time. So,
agreed. All right, so we'll move on. Every success story comes with challenges. What were some of the biggest challenges that you faced in the last year and how have you overcome them?
Wow. So the biggest challenge is mental health first aid training itself because it is a 2-day course and you're taking your staff away from the business for 2 full days.
Yep.
But as it says, what is that? For every dollar you spend, you get $2 back in investment when you do mental health first aid training.
Yes.
It is a 2-day accredited course and you only have to do it for every 3rd year because it's credited for 3 years. That was one of the biggest challenges because you say, mental health first aid training. Oh, no, I've got my first aid. Yep. That's great. That's fantastic. Now let's get you trained in mental health.
Agreed.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
Yes.
What do you mean mental health? What do you think, Oggy?
And again, as Donna said, you know, for every dollar invested, you'll get at least 2 back.
Yeah.
The other important thing to remember in workplaces in today's day and age, there's a 1 in 3 chance that someone there will either have a mental health issue or will develop one in a 12-month period. So the chances of that occurring within any organisation that has 5 employees is quite high. And 5 employees and below is still a micro business. So, when you talk about the supportive arrangements that you do need, and we've had this conversation with a number of people who've come through our training, just the different shape that they've had to develop to support the individuals that they now have working for them. Having a mental health supportive network is just one small piece of that puzzle. It's not the one fix, but it's certainly a piece of the puzzle.
But I think we do have another big challenge is a lot of people want to do the mental health first aid training. However, they struggle because they fear it is 2 days. It is very heavy. I'm not going to lie about that. It's a heavy 2 days. But they fear that they will find out something about themselves and they might have a tear or cry or have a bit of a breakdown.
Yep.
So they have the fear of themselves.
Yes.
You know, we're not counsellors.
No.
So Oggy's the facilitator and I'm the mental health worker that will sit there and guide you through those emotional outbursts, I guess, you have. So one of our biggest is people themselves because they just don't understand. Like if I do mental health training, that's 2 full days I've got to sit in with other people that I may or may not know and they're going to find out things about me and I don't want them to.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's trying to educate that it's not about you.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's about your staff. It's about your clients. It's about those people that you see in the streets.
Yes.
That's who it's about.
Yep. Yeah,
We're not
agreed.
aiming to fix you. We're aiming to help you and support you.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give you the right
agreed.
tools.
Yeah.
And what about for yourself, Tash? What challenges have you faced and how have you overcome them in the last year?
Yeah, I mean, besides for trying to make an important phone call with my 3-year-old in the background, like screaming baby shark. No, but in all seriousness, like the tourism industry hasn't really recovered since 2020. And
Yes.
I hate to bring it up, but, you know, there was COVID and then...
Yep.
And then it was fine for about, 3 months because everyone was really cashed up and happy to spend. But then, like the cost of living just got harder and harder and harder. And luxury items just got further and further down the list. And I totally get it. Like I've got a mortgage too. I've got children, it's tough. And so I totally get it. So for us, trying to navigate these fun times and trying to help our customers get what they want for the price they want. So one thing with us is our communication with our customer is incredible. If you're inquiring with Tash Maree Tours and Events, you're either going to get Carol or myself, and we're going to talk through your timeframes, your budgets, what you want out of the day, and we have so many incredible venues that we work with, and we'll tailor make an experience. We'll customise the package to suit you perfectly.
Yeah.
If you've just bought a new house and you've got a big mortgage, all right, well, let's work something out so you're not, wasting all your savings on this really expensive, elaborate tour.
Yes, agreed. All right. So moving along, obviously winning an award like this can potentially open new doors. What are your plans for the future and how do you plan to build on that success that you've achieved? We'll start with you, Tash.
We're just going to keep discovering new cool places and curating awesome events and tours for people to enjoy. And I'm hoping that we get more Springfieldians on board,
Yes, definitely. And what about yourself, Donna and Oggy?
From our point of view, Layla, with what we had over the last 12 months, managed to get a small state government grant, which is what helped incentivise where we got running or how we got the last 12 months running. And that then helped offset some of the costs for the businesses, which was great. As Tash was just saying, cost and value, everyone looks at the bottom line. And by bringing the cost down was enough incentive for a lot of these businesses to get on board and come and do the training.
Yes.
And I suppose it's one of those fine lines, what's too expensive, what's not enough to cover your costs. And it's something Donna and I have been talking about is then looking at another suitable grant to then perhaps take what we offer on the road and go a little bit more rural. Rural areas struggle with all sorts of barriers. People being able to get out there, tapping into mental health is one of them. So having people on the ground who actually have the capability to support them without then having while you're waiting for a professional to turn up on whatever the day of the week that might be, whether that's one day in the fortnight that they come into town, I think will go a long way to helping the community generally and providing that immediate support that everyone can tap into.
Yes.
So it's something that we're here and over the next 12 months we're going to investigate whether or not there's options there to get a grant to be able to take our what we offer further out.
And I think also to continuing to work with the Greater Springfield Chamber of Commerce to continue to support and train as many people within the area as we can.
Yep.
That's really vital, but also those rural people out there that are struggling. Yeah.
Agreed. I think mental health has become a big focus for a lot of business and a lot of people of late. And I think it's just been something that we've kind of swept under the carpet for long enough now. And I think it's great that you guys are shedding light on that and bringing it to the forefront and getting that training out there for people.
And I think, Tash, what you were saying about COVID, it has certainly escalated around the mental health. A lot of small businesses are struggling and they're shutting up shop.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can help them and support them through their mental mind.
Yes, agreed.
Challenging times indeed.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
I hate to say the COVID word, but it still kind of has, unfortunately, still had impacts
It came in
to
hard
today.
and fast. It took us down. Now we've got to recover it.
Correct.
And we've got to come in as a team, and that's what Greater Springfield Chamber are doing.
Yes.
Coming in as a
Agreed.
team.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got some specific questions for you guys, or a specific question for you each. We'll start with you, Tash, with your Lifestyle Award.
Yep.
So how has your business consistently delivered high-quality, personalised services to your clients in the past year? And what innovative products or experiences have you introduced to enhance your customer experience?
touching on it in the last question, the tailor-made experiences, creating a personalised experience to each individual customer. But I think what our customers love the most about our tours is our little personal touches.
Yeah.
So when you book a tour, absolutely everything's included. So, if you're booking a private tour from Springfield, we'll pick up and drop off to your doorstep.
Yeah.
We'll take you up there. All the food and drink is organised, so you don't have to worry about anything for the day.
Yes.
If we have a birthday on board, we'll put a candle in their dessert, or embarrass them throughout the day as much as we can.
Yes.
And all those little touches, putting on a banging playlist for the trip home, all those little things help. Toilet stops, that's right. And I think, when you're in a big charter bus, you just don't get those experiences. We know everyone by name by the end of the day, and we're able to give everyone that elevated service.
Yeah.
So we've got over 500 5-star reviews, and I feel like that's a real testament to what we're offering.
100%, yeah.
Currently ranked number 3 for best food and wine on TripAdvisor. Go us.
Congrats.
And over the last year we've been, we've opened up a huge variety of brand new tours as well. So we like to keep it nice and interesting. And we've also sort of branched out from our usual wine and beer tasting tours and done, easy transport options to festivals based around food and wine and flowers, as it turns out. So, we do we take buses out to the Cowbar Sunflower Festivals, Toowoomba Carnival of Flowers most recently, and Scenic Rims Eat Local Month as well. So easy transport options. You still got all those little nice complimentary things like snacks and water on the bus. You don't have to worry about parking and navigating a foreign city and things like that. And also, we get pre-sale tickets to all these events. So if you have missed out in the past, I know Cowbar Sunflower Festival sells out in 24 hours.
It goes crazy.
Follow our socials because we can get our hands on pre-sale tickets and usually package that together with the ticket and transport options. So
wonderful.
Yeah.
And that way you can enjoy your day and not have to worry about the commute there and back.
That's right.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so for Donna and Oggy, winners of the President's Award. I think you have touched on a couple of these, but I'll ask the question. So in what ways has your business demonstrated strong leadership and a clear vision of growth in the past year? And how have your initiatives significantly contributed to your community?
Well, as you said, Matt, in part, being able to tap into 48 out of 50 businesses, new businesses within the Springfield Chamber area.
Yes.
Our goal then over the next 12 months is ideally that you tap into another 48 to 50. Whether or not we can, we'll wait and see. But certainly, the growth from those businesses who have identified the having the mental health support on board for their organisation, as we said earlier, is already demonstrating that we're getting some of that continued support through the chamber, and those that are looking to us to support them going forward for the next 12 months.
Yes.
The strength in what the chamber supports and how they support us, I think, is what both Donna and I enjoy the most. They're very progressive. Layla particularly is very keen to help all the organisations she looks after. And we're grateful that she, in a way, nearly took us under her wing in the last 12 months and brought us forward with the grant. And when she approached us with the idea, we thought, can we work with that? So it took us about 6 months to develop how we were going to go forward with it.
Yes.
It's turned out to be a very successful 12 months for us by any stretch. And now it's about now being able to develop that further. And I think for what that's demonstrated, as I said before, as much as we see still more potential with Springfield and areas that we can work with, it is now about taking it elsewhere that there's probably more of a need. And that isn't necessarily in your build-up sort of metro areas. It's more about getting out of here and going a little bit more west. And whether or not we can look at an idea that would have the Greater Springfield Chamber on board for that, again, a conversation we can probably have with Layla and just see if we can work that in there somehow, because I think supporting them, for what they've done for us, I think is important for next year.
Agreed. I would say the one thing that I've enjoyed about joining Springfield Chamber of Commerce is that they are truly there to support business, and you see it. It's amazing. So, well, thank you both, or three of you, for coming in.
Thank you.
And joining us on the podcast to talk about your wins with your awards, and congratulations on your wins.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thanks for having us.
Well, that's it from us at the GSBC podcast. Make sure that you tune in to our social media channels to stay up to date with all the latest happening in the Springfield business region.